Today on Energy Contact, a lot of contests, competitions, tournaments, they aren't open to everyone. You have to qualify. So there's a lot of work to be done before you can even begin to work. The road to health and happiness and growth and self-improvement is like that too. So I've got some good news for you. You're pre-qualified to discover the meaning of life, because that's what's coming up right now on Energy Contact.
I'm gonna drive away all these doubts I've been keeping and I'll keep my mind on better things. I ain't gonna worry and I ain't gonna complain. I'm gonna drive away all these doubts I've been keeping and I'll keep.
Hello and welcome to Energy Contact. My name is Joseph Willenbrink. Thank you for joining me today. And thank you to the production staff here in the studio for helping me get my message out to you. Energy Contact is a series that I'm presenting to you as a public service. It's about attaining perfect health, growth, self-improvement, happiness, and realizing your full potential. It's designed to present you a new way of seeing yourself and a new way of seeing the world around you. We're talking about things that have to do with making an energetic contact with yourself internally and with your environment. There's no difference between the body, the mind, the spirit, the emotion, the intellect, the ego. There's no difference between mass and energy. They're all exactly the same thing. There's something about us that just loves to categorize and classify, put everything in their own little separate compartment. But in fact, all that health and growth and self-improvement that we're talking about take place when we do just the opposite. When we put these things together. When we make an energetic contact between the unseen world and the physical one. We're presenting on these programs a brand new paradigm that's thousands of years old. We're presenting extraordinary topics for ordinary people. And let's move right ahead with that. Let's bring up a slide. Everyone please understand that I am not a doctor. I don't want to be a doctor. This show is not a medical advice show, a medical talk show, a medical anything show. It couldn't be further from it. Now, I might call myself an energy healer or a chakra healer, things like that. So might a lot of other people. But state, federal, and local governments absolutely do not. They call me no such thing at all, and it's important to know that. There's a lot of important information on your screen right now, so please take a moment and read it with your full attention, if you will. But when you've got it down, now is a good time to get a pencil and paper. Here's why you want to do that. At the end of this program, we are going to run some credits, and on those credits, there's going to be contact information for me. Now, I invite and encourage you to contact me. In fact, I sort of hope something I have to tell you today will inspire you to want to do that. But in order to contact me, you're going to need that contact information. In order to get that, you're going to need a pencil and paper. There will be plenty of time to jot that stuff down when the credits roll, if you got your pencil and paper ready. So please locate that now. All right, let's come back here. Today's show is show number 61. And if you're tuning in for the first time today, well, thanks. Thanks and welcome. I'm glad you're here. I think you'll enjoy the show. Now, these shows are sequential. They build. So we're talking about things today that we introduced, defined, explained on previous shows. However, I do my very best to make each show have a lot of value on a standalone basis. So I think you'll enjoy today's show. If it is your first time joining me today, and if what you see piques your interest, then I will invite and encourage you to look around, because there will be earlier shows airing at later times. They'll either be re-airing right here on this station, or they'll be on at different days and times in different areas. And if you look for them, I'll appreciate it. All right, and now it's time where I get to introduce my co-host to you. This is my buddy Slim we're going to get on camera. There he is. And Slim is here for a reason. Since we're investigating what it is that energy contacts in the physical self, we have to understand a couple of things, don't we? We have to understand something about energy. And this show is certainly a program about energy. But all that energy out there somewhere in some abstract place does us no good whatsoever. It does us no good until we bring it into contact with something. Slim here is here to tell us, to help us understand what that thing is that energy contacts. Remember, a body without energy is just a corpse. And energy without a body, well, it might be a number of cool things, but none of them are human. Okay, so previously on Energy Contact, we have been looking at our physical selves. We looked at our physical selves and even the entire physical universe, all the things that we can see. And we came to an understanding that the physical is built by all the things that we can't see, that it's all a result of energy flows. And even though we cannot see these energy flows, therefore they must be very real. In coming to that awareness, we've begun to see ourselves in a new and a far more accurate way than we were ever led to believe as kids. We're starting to see ourselves the way Einstein saw us, as frequencies and rhythms and vibrations, as energetic forces and energy flows. Things that are invisible but manifest into our body in very physical ways. And so we've come to see ourselves not so much as ice, but more like frozen steam. We have seen, in fact, that it's very difficult, if not absolutely impossible, to be a spiritual person or to be a healthy person until or unless we can promote the flow of that invisible energy through our physical structure. Energy needs to flow, and it flows through energy vessels the same way that blood flows through blood vessels. Veins and arteries and such are the way that so many things have to flow through us. All the things that flow along paths. And so we've looked a lot at the paths across which energy travels. That's what we've been looking at the past few shows. We've seen acupuncture meridians and reflexology lines and all sorts of things, all invisible, all real, all very, very important, crucial to life. Energy starting at one place and going someplace else.